Hello, I'm the Guitar Geek, and this is a guide on how to update the firmware on your Boss Katana. Boss have either just released or will be releasing in a few hours the Katana firmware version 3, and here's how you can update your Katana to run the latest firmware. A few reasons why: it's got more effects, so if you're coming from version 2, 3 more effects and some panel things. I'm not exactly sure what that is. If you're coming from version 1, you've got a whole plethora of new stuff to look forward to. I'd recommend you watch this video once first all the way through and watch me do it before you start fiddling with cables and buttons. Then watch it again and use it as a guide on how to do your Katana update. So hold on to your swords and let's do version 3. The first thing you do is you power off your Katana like this. Then you disconnect the USB cables. There's nothing connecting the computer to the amp. You want that completely separate, like this. Then hold down panel and channel 1, and with those two buttons held down, turn the amp on, like this. Once the amp is powered up, leave it for about a few seconds, so this should be roughly long enough. Then release the panel and the channel 1 button. The channel LEDs will now flash red, blinky blinky. Then you can plug in the Katana to the PC using a USB cable to your normal port, hopefully a USB 2 port. The LED on the channels will now be a solid red color. The Katana should show up as a drive on your computer. Slightly different between Windows and Mac. I'm using Mac today. I'll show you how to do it on a Mac. It's very, very similar on a Windows PC. Here we go. So there's the Boss Katana there. I've got my files that I downloaded. That's the bin file and the text file. You do not want the document. You just want the ROM info and the katana arm.bin. That's the data. Drag it over to the Katana. So there it is. And there are my files copied over. The next thing you do is you just eject that. The red panel LED will now be blinking red. If you press the panel button, it will execute the update. Off you go. Once you've pressed panel, the effects lights will blink different colors, sort of orange, red, and green. When they're all blinking green simultaneously, it means that the firmware update was successful. Congratulations. Turn the amp off, wait a few seconds, turn the amp on. You are now running Katana firmware version 3. Congratulations. I hope that was pretty simple. My Katana is now running firmware version 3, so I'm going to go and play it. If you want to hear and see what that sounds like, then follow the video that's on your screen now. Otherwise, subscribe, comment, leave me money and love and hugs. See you soon. Bye.